you should probably stop selling on Amazon. That's right, stop selling on Amazon.
Getting rejected by brand registry feels like hitting a wall with do not pass written on it. But guess what? That's just getting started. In this video, Stephen Pope breaks down exactly how to get past all of those roadblocks and get approved for brand registry. So let's get started and let's get you approved. Why are brands facing more and more rejection notices for trademarks and brand registry approvals? Well, Amazon has been trying to combat fraud for a very long time on the platform, and this means that they are throwing up more and more ways that you need to provide very clear and substantial proof that you are the registered brand owner.
So some people have tried to upload invoices and manufacturer relations and stuff like that. Here is my speculation. I think that there are an increase in people filing trademarks claiming that they're the manufacturer when in fact the manufacturer is not them, and that manufacturer has not filed a trademark yet. We frequently hear stories about how somebody can file a mark, and if somebody else hasn't got to it first, it can be some hurdles or legal territory or conversations that get messy.
To protect yourself on Amazon, show proof that you are using your logo, your wordmark, and any other intellectual property on the platform. Start by filing for your trademark and then getting brand registry approval. This lets you reinforce any IP claims, and this is just the standard process to keep your brand safe.
With all normal processes, eventually some things can happen, and then Amazon makes a big update to address those situations.
What's really frustrating is Amazon's habit of rolling out new policies and updates without any clear communication around them. They rarely explain why or what they're doing at any point in time.
In essence, you're left guessing. Amazon's reasoning for changes like this is frequently they don't want to tell the bad actors how to continue being bad actors. The problem with this methodology is that the good actors are generally the ones that suffer the most. The bad actors will always find a way around the rules and eventually continue being bad actors. So it's not really a fair system by any stretch. If you're one of the people who have recently been rejected with brand registry, I have some advice for you. First, keep reapplying your brand registry, especially if you're one of the good actors. You will eventually get approved. I'm very confident this is the case. If you're going into this weeks or months later and you still can't get your brand approved, I recommend that you continue to escalate. Provide the documents that Amazon asks for, whether that's an invoice or whether it's proof. Perhaps you need to build a website to add some additional layers of security. Perhaps you need to use some interactions with the lawyer that filed your trademark to help your case. But whatever it is, continue filing the request. After you've gone 3+ rounds with brand registry, I recommend you do this next. Send an email to jeff@amazon.com. Obviously, Bezos is not looking at these emails, but there is an executive seller relations team that does review these emails frequently, and we're seeing really good, strong results that when seller support, that's through Seller Central, or brand registry support fails, that an escalation to jeff@amazon.com frequently does work. So in this email, you'll say, "Dear Seller Executive Relations, here is my problem. Here is the solution I'm looking for and the steps that I've taken, and I'm escalating to you because these steps have not worked." On situations like this, where it's a moving target, an untransparent process change, and potentially an entire ecosystem update, you're going to need to escalate because there is no written SOP on this. There is no instruction or help file on how to deal with these situations. As an Amazon seller, you will eventually face one of these situations. Most of you watching this video, slam that like button right now if that's you. You have experienced these situations and you know it can be aggravating. You lose sleep over the situation, you bang your head against the wall and you're like, why is this so stupid? Like, how could Amazon even run a business like this? And then you realize quickly that you're not alone and you just have to put your shoulder to the wheel and push along. You have to focus in and do things like that to be an Amazon seller. This, by the way, is why I think the Amazon aggregators failed. They hired a bunch of suits, if you were, Excel wizards, who were going to come in and try and run some numbers. In reality, though, a true Amazon seller needs tenacity and grit. Here is an example of that situation where you need tenacity and grit to say, okay, I see a new brick wall, it's in front of my face, and I don't know what to do. I can't see around it, can't see above it. But just like in the children's book where they're going on a bear hunt, you will have to go around it, you will have to go over it, and you're gonna get muddy, and you're probably gonna get scared when you get into the cave and you see the bear. And you're gonna run home, and you're gonna go back through the mud, you're gonna go back through the grass, and you're eventually gonna get back to your bed. But eventually you will. So don't fear, don't feel like you're alone in this situation. Having said all that, it's extraordinarily aggravating. And so you need to file those tickets, you need to escalate, and you need to not give up. If you give up, you allow the brick wall to consume you. You become part of the brick wall. You become a brick in that brick wall. And some people who go that route, I'm going to tell you right now, you should probably stop selling on Amazon. That's right. Stop selling on Amazon. Because if you cannot deal with the aggravation that comes from an Amazon policy update, let me tell you, there are many more updates to come. Amazon is entering its maturity phase, so it's no longer going up like this. We're at the plateau. This is as good and as easy as it's ever going to get on the Amazon platform. Quite frankly, we're going to start to see it slip very soon. Not yet, but very soon. And when I say slip, I don't mean sales go down. I just mean the ease in the use of selling on the Amazon platform is going to become cumbersome. Why? Because we've seen this in every ecosystem ever made by mankind. When you're in the growth trajectory, the rules are lax, it's great for business. You take advantage of the system matures, the system starts making rules, it gets harder to manage through that system, and eventually some of the less valuable elements of that system get choked out. What I mean by that is mom and pop sellers that only produce a certain amount of revenue on Amazon, Amazon doesn't really care that much about you. And you'll find that your business model is not as profitable today as it was 2 or 3 years ago. That's going to increasingly be the case. So just keep that in mind. Pad that into your margin. Make sure you're focusing on better products that have that higher margin, and be smarter about your dollars and spend, which is again why you need tenacity and grit.
Want more of this? Subscribe to My Amazon Guy and turn on notifications so you know every single video we put out.